to another video, yeah. Following on from the last video I did, which was 25 things I've never done in Disney, it kind of inspired me to think of another video involving Disney. Duh, because that's what I do. Which is 10 things I've done in Disney that you can no longer do. Now, I should say, I first went to Disney World in 1999 in Easter time, because that's usually what time we went. So I was 4, turning 5 that year. So first one, and I only just got onto this, and the only reason I know I did this is because my parents told me, and it's the Walt Disney World Skyway, which used to be between Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, and it's very much like the gondolas that are now being a transportation system between like Hollywood Studios and Epcot and the resorts along that kind of loop. It used to be that, but it used to be inside Magic Kingdom, and the posts for that, bearing in mind it closed in 1999, was still there in like 2009, the posts for that skyway. But it was just like a gondola that you used to like take from, I got to see kind of a bird's eye-ish view of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. To Mickey's Toontown. I mean, I love New Fantasyland, but the fact Mickey's Toontown had to go makes me so upset. Mickey's Toontown was the place of dreams as a kid. You got to go into Mickey Mouse's house and Minnie's house. Like, guys. Like, I can remember having, I really wish that I could have pictures of 4-year-old Cara doing that, and then like 18-year-old Cara doing that. I would love to have had pictures of the parallels and how I've not really grown. But no, I'd love to have those parallels, and I can't. Yeah, Mickey's Toontown, very similar to what is at California, or it was exactly the same. My memory's not serving me very well, but it was just basically a Toontown. It was it had the characters' houses, and you got to look in it, and it just like you were stepping into a comic book, and it was really, really cute, and I wish it was still there. Number 3, Spectro Magic was, I believe the Main Street Electrical Parade was on before Spectro Magic, and then for like, I think the turn of the millennium, it had Spectro Magic for a couple of years, and then obviously it went back to the Main Street Electrical Parade, which is also another thing that doesn't exist anymore at Disney. But Spectro Magic was like one of my favourite things ever. I love Main Street Electrical Parade, but Spectro Magic was arguably my favourite. It's so magical, so freaking magical, and I don't know, I just prefer, I don't know, although the Main Street Electrical Parade music is really catchy, but Spectro Magic for me was my childhood. I think I saw Spectro Magic more than the Main Street Electrical Parade. I'm trying to think of the years it kind of was split, but I have more memory of Spectro Magic than Main Street Electrical Parade. The Backlot Tour. Oh my god. I think many people forget that Hollywood Studios was a working studio. So the Backlot Tour was full of so many movie memorabilia. And as a movie fan, it was like my perfect ride. It was Disney, but it also had like other IPs in it. And I don't know, it was just, I loved it, and I loved Catastrophe Canyon because it was how special effects are done for the movies, and I loved the Backlot Tour so much, and when they got rid of it I was very sad, but I didn't think what would happen to the park has happened, but now I'm like outraged. No, and so it's kind of a mixture of a walking tour and a tram tour, and halfway through you kind of got off, or you stopped walking through like the prop shop and whatever, and there was a little shop in there that had loads of stuff of ABC merchandise, because ABC is a Disney owned company, and so they had a lot of home improvement merchandise, specifically Binford tools. Home Improvement starred Tim Allen and everybody's favourite teen heartthrob, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who voiced young Simba in The Lion King. And yeah, so Home Improvement was one of my favourite sitcoms, and it had a lot of merchandise from there, and obviously now you can't get that anywhere in Disney, and it annoys me because I wanted a Ben for Tall t-shirt so badly, and they didn't do kid sizes, so there you go. And as an adult I couldn't go because it wasn't there, so next one is Ride with the Monorail Driver. Now this stopped, I think it stopped a couple of months after I did it. So I did it with my friend and obviously our rents. My friend Jack, he's kind of like my brother. Jack, or Squidge, you may hear me reference him as Squidge. It's a nickname I have for him. But we went in 2008 and 2008, and we got to ride in. We asked if we could ride in the front with the driver of the monorail, and they went, yeah, sure. And I'm pretty sure we got a button or a badge or something. Do you think I know where that button or badge is? Nope. Which annoys me, younger Cara. What did you do with it? But we got to ride in the front. We may have even done it when we were like 11. Thinking about it, I can't remember. We did it when we were 11 or 13, so there we go. Yeah, and then a couple months I think after that they stopped because two monorails crashed into one another, and obviously that's a serious safety issue. Number 6 is Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, aka the scariest freaking ride in the world. So it's more of, it's kind of like It's Tough to Be a Bug kind of thing. But it was in Epcot, I believe, near the seas. Is that what, it's not called that anymore, it's Nemo and Friends or something, isn't it? Well, that section. So Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was, as you can imagine, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids themed It's Tough to Be a Bug thing. And basically, so you got shrunk down to the size, like tiny, and then there was like a lot, like basically rats or mice, I can't quite remember, escaped from this thing. And you know how it's in Tough to Be a Bug, they let the bugs leave and you can feel them all on your butt. Spoiler alert if you've never been on the ride. Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, obviously mice kind of, you had mice tails hit the back of your legs. I have a massive phobia of rodents. I shat me pants, like, not literally, but I was so scared because I hate rodents that much. I've never been more scared in my life than that ride. And then there was like a cat or a lion or something that ate them, I don't know, I can't quite remember. I just remember them, the tails hitting the back of my leg. My parents still laugh about it to this day, and I'm like, I can't have a phobia, guys, jerks. But on a similar theme, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie set, which is where the Backlot Express eatery is. Back there as well, there used to be this movie set. It was a play area for kids, and it was arguably one of the best play areas in the world. There were like giant ants there, not real obviously, and you could like sit on the ant's back and like pretend you were like in the film riding an ant. There were like massive water guns that didn't work, but you know, like you were in the film in the back garden and you were like kind of, you were sliding down on leaves and stuff. It was so much fun as a child, and I wish that it was still there so that like if/when I have children, they could have as much fun as I did over the years on that playground like set. It was like so much fun. Even my cousin, because when we went, how old my cousin? We went with my cousins and stuff when I was 7, and I think he's like 7 years older than me, so he was 14, and even he went on it and thought it was cool. So I mean, yeah, guys. Snow White's Scary Adventure, aka the worst is what I put. Those animatronics were so terrifying. The witch was so scary. But hey, those animatronics though have been used on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. They're the original animatronics on the at the end. Those are the original animatronics from Snow White's Scary Adventure, which thank God it no longer exists, because at least you only get a glimpse, not a kind of like of the witch like you did on Snow White's Scary Adventure. Disney dollars. I know. Disney dollars, I think, stopped last year or the year before. But you used to, I actually have some. Somebody gifted me a bunch of Disney dollars. Disney dollars, obviously kind of like, I think it was like a US dollar for a Disney dollar. And you just used to, you could buy them in this country as well. In the UK to use over there just in Disney and stuff, and they had like little Mickey Mouses on them, and like it was the Bank of Scrooge McDuck, and they're really cool. I would go and show you, but I haven't brought them with me because I'm lazy. And number 10, this is kind of one of the most not Disney things on the list, which was Sounds Dangerous with Drew Carey. And this was in Hollywood Studios. It was kind of, as you look at the Chinese theatre to the left of it, going that way. Not ABC commissionary way, it was further forward or back, depending on which way you look at it. And basically you walked into it, you sat down, and then the room was pitch black the entire time, and it was just Drew Carey, who, if you don't know, used to host Whose Line Is It Anyway? US. He's a very funny guy. And it was basically him going on like an adventure, but it was all sound. You couldn't see anything, so it was getting your imagination going, because there would be like a bang, wallop, slap, bang, like all around. It was surround sound, so it was a real attack on your like audio and trying to use your imagination and picturing what he was happening, obviously like footsteps, tapping and like stuff like that, and it was really, really cool. And that's another thing that I wish was still there, but it's no longer there. Of 10 things there, like over a third, or maybe just under a third, are all to do with Hollywood Studios, which is why, you know, I mean, the Great Movie Ride as well. So, yeah, the Great Movie Ride's on this list now. But now you know, guys, why I'm so upset about the Great Movie Ride, because they've taken away so many cool things for me at Hollywood Studios, and they're now no more, and I want them back so badly. I just want them back. So now you know why I was so gutted when it was Great Movie Ride's turn, because they've taken everything away from me, and why I love that park so much. I'd love to know if there's anything on this list that you would have loved to have tried, / did try and love too, or, you know, create your own list of 10, you know, of things that you used to do but now can't because it doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Oh, all my links will be in the below thing. I haven't done that for a while, I don't think. So all the links are below. Thanks for watching. Bye.